Right now, let's bring in Pat Pagano, and he'll bring us the chilly forecast. 17 degrees here this morning, Pat.
Yep, teens in a lot of places, and you had a lovely trip in and out of the city yesterday, did you not?
Yeah, there was a little bit of traffic.
You're not talking about traffic. I'm talking about the weather.
The weather, yeah, it was a little windy down there, a little breezy. You know,
Right.
I still don't. You know what I don't get? I don't get this at all, and maybe I'll get in trouble for saying this, but the women that wear those skin tight, like.
Pants.
Whatever they are, the exercise pants.
Mm-hmm.
They wear them in the winter. It was windy yesterday, and I'm saying to myself, "You can't be warm in those. Just those. You can't be."
I wouldn't know. I mean, because we don't wear them, but I don't know.
I don't understand it. But I saw a ton of women just walking around with those on, and then a coat and stuff like that. But me, if my hands and feet or my legs get cold, it's that's it. It's over. Done. I'm done for the day.
I hear you. I mean, I know you go with that. And there are some people, be it man or woman, who shouldn't wear those pants at all. Enough said there. You know what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, I will tell you that, again, we are in a stretch of very dry weather, so that is the trade-off as far as it goes. We're dry, but we have to be cold.
Now.
Yes.
Now, we're dry and cold through Saturday. Definitely, right? Definitely, right?
Right.
And you're still thinking that storm's not going to come up here?
I'm thinking we're dry and cold through Sunday.
Okay, through Sunday. And now, what do you think about that storm that might go off the coast and we'll go out to sea, or might it come up here?
I still think the chances are slim of it coming up here, but we really will not know until the soonest tomorrow. That system I told you about in the Pacific has not come ashore yet.
Okay.
And the modeling, we'll begin to see it this afternoon, but better off tonight. And that means for tomorrow morning's modeling package, they should see it, and they should be able to tell us how far north the snow is going to come with that system. Right now, it looks like the snow could be on a line from about southern Pennsylvania to, let's say, northern Delaware. That's where it looks like it would cut off, maybe even southern New Jersey. But before we go to that one, Marshall, there is one going out to the south of us today that will cause some snow showers down in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. Not us, though.
They were talking about that on the radio in New York yesterday.
Right.
I tell you, they said the anchor goes blah 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 blah. Forecast in a few moments. Snow's in the forecast. So I said, snow's in the forecast. So the guy comes on and says, well, there's there's a little light snow that might come to the south of us, maybe to the west of us. But snow's in the forecast. They do all this stuff to hype people to listen.
I'm just going to say, yeah, alarming. Yeah, very alarming. Accent the positive and not the negative. That's the way I look at it. And partly sunny to me is more positive than partly cloudy. So 35 to 40 will do it today. Clear tonight, 15 to 20. Partly cloudy Thursday in the low 40s. Friday, the next front comes through. Clouds, some sun, brisk, 35 to 40. On Saturday, sunny only in the low 30s. So Saturday will be a cold day, but Sunday will be sunny, and the highs on Sunday will be close to 40. So the first time in a long time that we're talking a sunny weekend. And as far as a dry stretch of weather, we haven't had 5 days or more of dry weather since late August. So that's how long it's been since we had a stretch of weather like we are having this week. So again, although cold, enjoy it. Now, I'm going to ask you to test your memory. When you watched our movie earlier this year, La Cage aux Folles, Birdcage.
Yep.
Do you remember the gentleman who played the father who was getting married at his old age and had a cane?
Yes, I do. Yes.
He passed away.
I thought I saw that on your Facebook page, and I was wondering which one of the
who it was.
Yeah. Who it was.
Very, very upset. I know I know Bob for over 30 years.
Unexpected? Was it unexpected?
It was unexpected to a point. I mean, he had throat cancer was it a year ago? 2 years ago. And he came through it with no problem. And then he was starting to develop problems with his hip, walking. And he said to us this past spring, up at the lake, he said, the doctors say, I could go for the spine operation. There's a 50-50 chance it'll work. And I said, so what do you think? He says, I'm thinking I should try it. He said, the worst that could happen, it doesn't work. And I won't be any worse off for it. And I said, do you think it's advisable? And he goes, well, the doctors do. So he went for the surgery. He was at the picnic in August, the monsoon that we had. And I said, how are you feeling? He goes, well, I can walk. I said, oh, that's great. Following week, we didn't see him. So I called. I said, Bob, what's going on? He's in the hospital. He had an infection in the incision. From there, it went to another thing and another thing. He went to rehab.
Infections.
Right. Got pneumonia, had a collapsed lung, and died in his sleep in the hospital on Sunday.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Now, you mentioned that. You know the actor John Hurd, right?
Yes.
He died.
Oh, when was that?
He died 2 days ago.
Okay.
Now listen to this. He had just come home. You ever see those commercials for surgery, for back surgery? There's just that little Band-Aid they put on your back.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that commercial? He had just come from that procedure, got home, and he died. He died in his sleep. Heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't realize he was 70. He was 72. He was in Home Alone. He was also in that Tom Hanks movie. He was the obnoxious boyfriend of the girl that fell in love with Tom Hanks in where Tom Hanks turned into a young kid. He was in a lot of things.
Do they know if the surgery caused it?
No, but he died of a heart attack. But that's the whole thing when you go in for surgery now, and when you get things done.
Yeah.
There's so many other things that can go. My brother, who is finally retired, and he's been in medicine his whole life. People go into the hospital. They very rarely die from what they go in the hospital from. They die from an infection or something else that comes from
being in the hospital. Right?
When you're in the hospital, no matter how clean they keep it, there's just people are in the hospital. They're sick. They're sick.
There's germs all over the place.
Yeah. Well, speaking about germs all over the place, we have to leave.
Well, yes. You have a nice day. Keep warm, and I will speak to you tomorrow morning.
All right, Pat. Have a great day.
Bye, Marshall.
Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.